How do you make sure Indiana feels you tomorrow night?
How do you make sure they feel you?
Yeah, I'm using your words. You said that.
Yeah, they got to feel us.
How do you make that happen as the coach?
You get into the bodies and you make them feel you. You want like a step-by-step instruction? Are you asking for something specific? How do you make them feel you? That's the message.
Yeah,
they have to get into bodies. They have to touch somebody. They've got to be physical. We've got to tag rollers. We've got to punch on. We got to wipe the post. We've got to be in the bodies and go over screens. We've got to be up to touch in the pick and roll. We got to tag rollers. We got to get to closeouts, force hot shooters to dribble. We've got to make our adjustments at the level of the screen. We've got to X out on the perimeter. We've got to be multiple effort. We've got to be airspace on the closeouts. We've got to pick up full court. We've got to get into bodies and change directions, try and spin some ball handlers. We've got to deflect on the ball handlers. We've got to make sure that when they're making their crossover, someone's sitting there. When there's a driving gap, we've got to be in the gaps. We've got to make sure that there's an extra pass on every single possession. When there's an extra pass, we got to make sure we get out of contest. We got to do it with discipline so that no one is fouling shooters on the perimeter. We got to make sure we find bodies on the perimeter. We got to come in and make our hits. We got to rebound, secure the basketball so we can get out and run. When we're at the free throw line, we got to X on the best defensive rebounder. Tomorrow it's the bonus. We got to make sure we bring our biggest perimeter from the perimeter into and make sure Miles Turner doesn't get on the rebounds. Anything else you want?
I think you covered it. Thanks.